Ayy, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media, your Tuesday takeover, Tuesday evening, Tuesday night takeover. So, when I tell you it is refreshing to hear Stephanie White talk, it's crazy because since the day's training camp, she's been emphasis a lot, and I the main thing I think the main thing I wanted to see most of all was defense. What the defense going to look like, how the defense is going to be constructed. I'm not worried so much about the offensive side of the ball and stuff like that because I think all of that is self-explanatory. It'll get played out, and everything like that. But the defensive side is really, really good. And Stephanie White today, she when I say she got into them. She let them know what it is about. You can't take plays off. You can't really have laps in coverage, laps in defense. And it's good to see her, making them understand, making them, be accountable, hold them accountable at the same time. There was some parts of this video where I was watching how Caitlin Clark was being a little bit more aggressive. Her feet was moving. It wasn't not. I mean, it's just that Stephanie White knows how to. Now, one thing she said yesterday I want to touch on. She said that this is probably the most talented team she ever coached, which is true because the fact of the matter, you think about this with Stephanie White. She's been in Connecticut for 2 years. And she done been in numerous off seasons. Even though when she coached the Fever back in 2014 to 15, when I think because they made the finals that year and they lost to Minnesota. But nevertheless, we don't know how talented that team was back then. But now she's coaching a team led by Kaden Clark, Leo Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hall. Before I even get into that clip, I do want to take a time out because people think that I, people think that Lexi Hall should start or have in mind that okay, she started last year, even though with bringing Natasha Howard and DeWanna Bonner, Lexi Hall should start over them. Well, I if if they didn't get these two, yeah, yeah. But you got to think about it at some point. Is that Lexi Hall she started off the bench. She worked her way into the starting lineup last year because of the fact that matter is. Now, there could be different lineups, especially when you're playing different teams and stuff like that. It could be different lineups. It's not say that she might not get a start. But therefore, whatever's working for this team, I don't think Stephanie White is going to continue to. If the lineup doesn't work, I don't think she's going to continue to go with that same lineup. Like how it took Christy Sides so long to literally change. When Melissa Smith was playing, when Melissa Smith was playing bad, then when Katie Lou was playing bad, and then When Timmy got hurt, they went back to the same usual suspects instead of get somebody like Victoria Saxon a little bit burned, or you know, or put somebody else in there. That's what I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, you got to look at Stephanie White's position, and you got to you got to think about, yeah, Lexi Hall is going to play an integral part of this team, but to say sit there and say, well, oh, she's going to be on the bench. Well, damn, quite naturally, yeah, she's going to be on the bench because you got to think about it. She's not going to start. She's not. She's she's not going to start over DeWanna Bonner, and she's sure not going to start over Natasha Howard. And she ain't taking Caitlyn, and she's not taking um Kelsey's spot. So that to me, I'm thinking in my head, why would you literally think that she's supposed to be a starter, automatically be starter? You know, I think Sophie Cunningham will start over her if lead to be, but nevertheless, they all got a position, they all have a part to play on this team. Everybody can't start. Somebody got to be a bench player. Somebody got to sacrifice. Somebody got to be the caboose. Somebody got to be able to say, hey, I'm willing to come in to do the dirty work. If my number gets called to hit shots, then it gets called to hit shots. Not to sit there and say, well, I want to be a starter. I mean, you got to think, so I I just want to get that out of the way. I just think that just the sheer point of just saying that, just calling her out and say, oh, she's going to be on the bench when you quite naturally know that she's going to be a bench player this season. There might be some times that she might get a chance to be in a game as a starter. Who knows? We don't know what Stephanie White plans. But right now, we know the starting five. And the Fever been letting you know that through all of their promos and all of that stuff, who the starting five is. And just to call, anyway, I'm gonna move on for it because I have an issue with the Lexi Hall situation, and it stems from a person. So I don't want to dwell on it too much, but like I say, everybody has a part to play. If the Fever didn't sign the players that they signed, I could see her being a starter. But with the players that they signed, nah, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, Chrissy Silas was there, probably would have. But anyway, let me roll this clip with Stephanie White real quick and let y'all see how she got these players playing. Take a look.
You know what? This is just like a breath of fresh air. I'm not kidding. I think it's been day 5, day 6. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. But it's just everyone's in it for the right reason. Everyone's in it. You have great energy. You have great people. And at the end of the day, everyone's putting aside their agendas and doing what's best for the team. And let me tell you, it is refreshing, and everyone's excited to be here. We've got to learn to find calm in chaos. We got to learn to find space in chaos so that we can put people in positions to be successful. But this was a really good day, y'all. A really good day.
I'm telling you, just just to see how, even though it's training camp and they're not showing a whole lot, but the progress, the determination, the way they actually want to play for each other. Like I said, I have seen a lot of the other teams training camp, and I can tell you this: it does not look like the Indiana Fever. When when you had the ops going out here making spaces, um, interviews to wonder how you gonna stop Caitlin Clark. The question is, how you gonna stop the team? Period. Because I can tell you, there's a lot of teams over there that has some slow offense, and it's going to get run. They're gonna get run, man. But Stephanie White is what we needed for this team. Her determination, her grit, and I think she's more excited to prove herself. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I don't think Stephanie White enjoyed, even though she coached in Connecticut, I don't think she enjoyed coaching over there. She did her job. Don't get me wrong. She did her job over there in Connecticut. But she only knew that this team was only going as far as the talent on that team was going to take them. And she had to do what she had to do to get them to where she got them to. And that's all right. That's fine. Because the fact of the matter is, if you look at her past resume, we already know what she's about. But when you don't have enough talent to carry over to push to the next level, yeah, you got to the playoffs, you got to this far here, this far there. But when you needed to get over the hump, you needed to boom, push it further. And that she like I said, she carried them as far as she could. Now she's with a team that she is so talented, her creativity can unlock more as a coach. Because sometimes as a coach, you only limited to what you're working with. You only limited to the resources that is given to you. So at the end of the day, it makes more sense, more logic for Stephanie White to say, hey, this is what I really wanted to do with now that I got a team that I always wanted. I can unlock all the potential of everybody. She already coached DeWanna Bonner, so DeWanna knows what Stephanie is about. You know what I'm saying? So having her and then knowing, watching Caitlin from afar, watching Leah from afar, watching Kelsey from afar, she knows what their limits are and she knows what they could be limitless without limits, if that makes any sense to y'all. So that's my take on it. I love it. But Stephanie White is no joke, man. She's no joke. So salute to her. Salute to her coaching staff for putting in the hard work. And like she says, day 3, it's no time to rest. You know, it's no time to rest because at the end of the day, they still got more work to do. I think this team is going to be I think this preseason games is going to give them a little bit more to see how everybody is working, how everybody is, and so forth and so on. So that's what I love about it. But and then you hear how Sophie talks about how everybody loves working together, playing together, helping each other out. That's what a team is about. It's not about egos, you know. It's not about, oh, I need to get my points, or I need to get my triple double, or I need to get my double double. It's all about one goal and one goal only, winning and winning a championship. So stay locked in. Live Wire Sports, we're going to always bring you update information as much as I can. It's Tuesday. It's your Tuesday takeover. Live Wire Sports Media. You know what it is.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.